Hey, how you doing? Shawn here, and you're looking good. Good to see you. So today we're going to discuss the Yankee Candle Centerpiece system. I want to thank again everybody for subscribing, everybody for watching. It's been such a nice reception. Things I'm learning. I'm recording in 4K, but because my vision's not the greatest, and I'm aware of my appearance when I record, but I'm more concerned with like color saturation in my background. But it has been very humid, so if I look a little shiny, I apologize. I don't actually think videos need to be in 4K for candle reviewing, but it is what it is. But anyways, we're gonna reel it in. Oh, and you're looking good. We're gonna talk about the centerpiece system. So I can't even remember when the centerpiece system was created, but I want to say it's been a good decade plus. And the melt cups originally started as paraffin wax. Now they're blended wax. The cups were originally this I don't think I have an original one. I may somewhere. They were this hard acrylic, and now they're more of a regular plastic. But they used to be a very hard acrylic that was clear. Now it's like a cloudy plastic. And as I mentioned, they're now blended wax. This is a peach one I have. Looks a little messy, but that's peach. That happens sometimes when I put the cover on too soon, and then because I don't like clutter, so I'll put the cover, put it in the drawer if I move it too soon. This is one of my favorite summer fragrances. Hold on. Oh, that's the label. What is it? Farm Fresh Peach. I can't believe they discontinued that. Oh my God, do I love this. I got this at Winter Semi-Annual Sale. I have about 7 of these melt cups. I got them for like $2. So good. So these are 2.2 ounces. They go for about $6, give or take. Comfortable. Hopefully the lighting's good. If not, I'll fix it in editing. These are supposed to have fragrance for 24 hours. Hold on. Loud truck going by. That's so embarrassing. And I even have noise cancellation on, so it would be worse. You have no idea how loud. This room is not usable. And again, something I didn't realize when we moved in here. You know, I didn't sit on the main highway all day and go, I wonder how loud this is. You just think it'll be quiet. But oh my God. The other day somebody was honking their horn at like 2 a.m, and that's not a very pleasant way to wake up, because your mind's like, you think horn, accident, but you're in bed and your body's tripping, and it's just crazy. Because sometimes I'll come in here like if I'm snoring, if I'm restless, my lazy boy's right there, and I'll fall asleep in that. But anyways, focus. So the fragrance is supposed to last 24 hours. The least I've gotten out of a melt cup was 8 or 10, and the most has been the full 24. I assume this is a higher concentration of fragrance. And my biggest complaint is they really don't make a lot of fragrances. It's the same old, same old. I don't think they should carry winter and fall year round. I think they should allow more room for summer, spring fragrances. I think all the returning favorites like Cotton Candy, Cherry Lemonade should have melt cups. But at this point, between you and I, Yankee Candle doesn't give a fuck. Let's just keep it real. That's what they care about, the Benjamins. So let me show you the unit. This is the one, it's a fall one, of course. This one, they have different styles. So they have bare bulbs, which is usually in the 20s. Then they have another level, which is usually the 30s, and that's a larger size. This part is always the same. That's where your melt cup goes. But they have really small ones, mid-size, and then the illuminated ones, these go around 40. I've had this one for about 8 years, and I have a backup of this one. They all have I don't know if they all have the timer. I think only the more I've never purchased a lower tier one. Yankee used to have tons of options, but now they only have like 6 standard. You can get the cheapest ones at Kohl's. That's the only other place I've ever seen these sold at was Kohl's. And Kohl's always has the lower tier ones. They never have these. These must be Yankee exclusives because you don't see these at Walmart either. So they're about, I'd say maybe 3 pounds or less. That's the bottom. UL listed. I'll get a tight shot for you. Clear cord. And again, this is this style. The cord is, I would say maybe 4 feet, maybe 5. Quite long. And that's why I buy the expensive ones is the timing function. It has 3 hours, 8, and 9. In 10 years, I've never had this overheat. And I have numerous. I have holiday ones, I have plain ones, I have quite a few. I've never had them overheat. I've never had them not turn off when they're supposed to. I consider this the safest way to melt. I don't like light bulb type styles. Some of them get really hot, and you would think that would be better for burning, but blended wax, soy wax doesn't do well under extreme heat. And it can actually burn off the fragrance oil quicker than it can release it. Here's the top part. It's a little dirty, and I didn't clean it because I want you to see what almost 10 years of use does. So this is wax around the perimeter, okay? This gets hot, but there is no light bulb in here. There's a decorative light accent in the shell, but inside is no light bulb to replace. And I've never had a heating element go. So I'm going to plug it in for you and show you what it looks like illuminated. We'll discuss care, and then we'll get into melt cups. So I just turned it on. Now in person, it's a little more peachy orange than the beautiful, I wish it looked that good. It really doesn't look that good in person, but it doesn't look horrible. But you can see that it's a white light inside. I wish they would have used an amber light. And there's your timer, it lights up green. So there's the 3, and there's the 8, and there is the 9. And it always lights up when it's off. So doon, 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 there. This will get warm. Touching it now, it's already warm, but it's not hot to the touch. Eventually, it would get too hot for me to want to touch, but I have never burned myself on this. But having said that, if you have a full melt cup, the wax is hot. Like it's not, you're not going to put this where your dog can have access, where your children, where your babies can have access. You know, say you have crawling toddlers. You have to keep in mind that hot wax, while not scalding, is hot. Now I have to tell you something. Being autistic, my mind is in 10 places at once. And I once had a full spiced pumpkin melt cup, took it out, because sometimes it gets too strong for me. I'll turn it off, and if you keep this in here, it will take a half hour to solidify. It's going to be warm for a while because it's almost like if you kept a hot pot on a burner. It's still going to stay hot for a while. Took it off, thought it was solidified. Now I'm obsessed about fragrance, okay? 10 minutes went by. I saw the spiced pumpkin. I just wanted to smell it. It's one of my favorite fragrances. I went like this. The top had a thin layer of wax. Underneath was all liquid. It went all on my face. It went in my goatee. It went up my nose. It went in my eyelashes. It was pretty, I'm going to be honest with you, it was pretty traumatic. Like have you ever just been mortified, pissed, like shocked, plus thinking how ridiculous this is? Thank God no one's home. Thank God nobody saw this. And I literally I was against the wall. I brought myself down and just sat there for about 5 minutes and went, how the hell are you going to get out of this? But luckily our skin is so warm, all of the skin parts just flaked off immediately. It was not a problem. It was harder getting out of my facial hair and my eyelashes, but yeah. So just remember that because you have a spouse, a kid, you may have one that you've taken out. And again, the top will solidify first because it's the furthest away from the heat when it's on the unit. Make sure that when you're done with these, you cover them. Because I guarantee you, if you're new to the system and your family is not used to the product, I don't want to see that happen to you because it would be upsetting. And I think someone might not be as calm as I am because I'm not someone who panics in situations like that. I'm not I can be reactive if I'm verbally attacked, but like physical stuff, I'm like, okay, my whole face is covered in wax. So just be careful. But again, I did not burn myself, not even close. I didn't even have redness. So, care. What you want to do, what I could do, turn it on for 3 hours. Let it run for about an hour or so. Just get either a cotton ball or they make pointy cotton balls. I don't know what they're called. My mom has them. Maybe for nails. And you just go around because all of the solidified wax will get liquid. You can use a paper towel. As you can see, that's not really my priority. But I mean, I wouldn't say this is janky. It doesn't look like the toilet at the Y. But I mean, it ain't perfect. But I'll clean it today because I've been shamed. But yeah, that's the care. And one time I had this on a little dinky table and I was vacuuming. You know where this is going. I bumped it, not enough to knock it over, but the wax went all the way down the sides. It was a style for fall similar than this. Now I could have put the whole thing in the freezer, flecked it out, but what I said was, you're going in the trash. Just know that you need to find a designated spot for it and leave it alone. But basically that's what it looks like. Okay? And this one is available online, not sponsored. And again, semi-annual sale. There's usually a style of these that's half off, 50% off. Let my light catch up to me. All right. Half off, 50% off. Wax. Let me take a drink. This is some Gatorade. I got gluten the other day and I have no idea what I ate because I typically eat certified gluten-free food, but I was pretty sick for a while, so I'm just replenishing some electrolytes. It's actually Pedialyte Sport. Gatorade's not the greatest for hydration. So, where's my peach? These, set it, forget it. After 24 hours, put this in the freezer. Hit the bottom, it will pop out. If it doesn't, just stick a butter knife in it. Again, be careful. I don't need anybody decapitating themselves. And cut down the middle, put it in the freezer, cut down the middle, it will crack in half and come out very easily. If remnants of the fragrance is still left behind, use a little Dawn dish liquid. I take a little water, Dawn dish liquid, put it in the microwave for like 15 seconds at a time till it's really hot. Put a little bit more Dawn dish liquid, and like that breakdowns grease and oil, it will break down the oil of the wax. Again, you check second intervals. You don't want to put Dawn dish liquid and water in the microwave for 3 minutes. So, and like, if I'm going to reuse this, I'm going to put another fruit in. I'm not going to go from this to cinnamon. Well, you can, okay, let me rephrase this. So like, you don't want to go from holiday to spring. Like, I'm not going to take balsam and cedar and then put lemon in it. You want to try to stay in the same fragrance family because there will be a little residual smell, even if you clean all the wax out. The only way I have found is the Dawn liquid and really hot water. Now you can boil a kettle and pour it in. It doesn't affect the integrity of the plastic, or you can pop it in the microwave. It will boil in the microwave and it will boil over. You just need to be safe. Safety, safety, safety. 15-second intervals. But that's what I do as far as changing wax. Now making my own, this is, I just did a review. I'll put the link in the description. Watermelon Bubblegum, 2025 Best Fragrance nominee from Goose Creek. This is what 2 cubes look like. And as you can see, when I do it, it's filled up a lot less than what Yankee does. I have found trying to match their wax with a different company doesn't work. You actually smell it less. So I use 2 squares. You never want your vessel more than halfway. And as you can see the middle, because I think it's convex. I think this is convex, that's pushing out. And that's what you do. You don't need to fill it to the top. And this little thing will fill my whole place. Multi-bedroom, multi-bathroom. I mean, this is a big place. And it's amazing. Now the paraffin is a little harder to melt. That's the paraffin. This is Village Candles Strawberry Pound Cake. On cold, when it's solidified, I don't even smell the fragrance. Within 5 minutes, it's DEFCON 5. Paraffin has a little less. Again, paraffin melts a little harder in here. It's a firmer wax. And again, it's about less than halfway. You want to see this bottom. You want that to be blended wax about a nickel. Paraffin, you want it to be about a quarter. And again, you can leave this for 3 hours. It's not going to burn the house down. It doesn't get that hot. And that's basically how I make my homemade tarts. Now, to get this wax out of here, I'm just going to do this real quick. Paraffin is the easiest to get out. See how that did that? I could just, oh, there's a piece of wax there. I could just dump that out and it would be fine. Blended wax tends to adhere a little bit. Again, take a paper towel, go in, nudge it with your finger. Because it's plastic, it will come out easy. Think like a Teflon pan. But that's basically how I make it work, you guys. It's my favorite system. It's just the convenience. And again, the fact that no name is mentioned, but I have a family member who has a light bulb, one of these light bulb wax melt. It looks like a crime scene. Like there's drizzling blues, reds, yellows. And I just looked at her and I went, what the did you do to this? And she's like, I know. Just like, I know that's a little bad, but literally this one, again, it looked like it was disgusting. I'm like that, and it's probably a $15 unit. I'm like, oh my God, that looks disgusting. This is the cleanest, most efficient, easiest way to melt your wax. In closing, 3 tiers, low, medium, high. The cheapest ones are at Kohl's. They're usually with the Yankee Candles on the bottom shelf. You can get them under 20 bucks. You never put wax in here without, oh shit. Oh, I'll have to clean that up. All my paraffin wax from that strawberry pound cake fell out. You never want to put wax in here without an acrylic shell, ever. Because actually, even though this is intact, it can seep through here and go in. I've had that happen. So again, do not ever put wax just on this. That's not what it's for. You could say, well, I'll put the whole thing in the freezer. Good luck with that. I've never done that. I would never recommend anybody do that, and I think that's foolish. Just use the cups. And every season I get new cups. Like when spring and summer is up, going into fall, I will buy basic fall fragrances, and then I will stick with those cups for fall. And then, so I change them 4 times a year. But if you don't want to, you don't have to. If you have any questions about this centerpiece system, leave them in the comment section. I think that was as descriptive as I could be. And with semi-annual sale 3 weeks away, you'll have better chance in store of getting these on sale, but some styles should be on sale. So that's the centerpiece system from Yankee Candle. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being the best part of my day. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and be good or be good to be bad. And I'll catch you real soon. Peace. I'm going to have 2 long videos today instead of multiple ones. I'm going to do this one and things I'm gigging on. I love you guys. I'm looking for, okay, I got my little shutterbug. I am not on a schedule, but I'll probably see you this weekend. So let me know things you want to see. One of you requested my plaid shirt collection. Let me know. There's a lot of things that you've always wanted to see that I've never done, but it's spring, summer. So now's the time to get me to say yes on the things that I normally don't have time for, because fall and holiday is my busiest season. But I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing, and you're amazing. I'll catch you later. Bye. Peace. Ow! And I love you guys. Bye. Later. Doop.